plane.
A complete chaos in Minnesota. Is this a start of the Civil War? 37-year-old woman Renee Nicole Good was shot and murdered by the ICE officer. Most of the people saw the video. Today we live in a country of two colors, blue and red. But you and I, we will see this video again in a purple vision. So let's get to it. Who was Renee Nicole Good?
Born in Colorado Springs, Good, whose full name was Renee Nicole Good, was a devout Christian who took part in youth missions to Northern Ireland as a child. Good had 3 children, a 15-year-old daughter and a 12-year-old son with her first husband, and a 6-year-old son with her second. Good had moved to Valley Falls, Kansas with her parents after her second husband, who suffered from PTSD, died in 2023. She then moved to Kansas City, Missouri, before relocating to Minnesota last year. Her ex-husband said Good was a stay-at-home mother. The former spouse, who remained anonymous, never saw his ex-wife as an activist and didn't know her to participate in protests. He said Good and her current partner had just dropped off the 6-year-old at school before they encountered the ICE agents.
So let me summarize. She was a woman with 3 children, period. A simple United States citizen. She shouldn't die at that day. Now let's understand who is Jonathan Roth. And let's start not from who he is, but actually from the point that he was involved a couple of months ago in a similar incident.
CBS News has confirmed the agent who shot Good is Jonathan Roth, who has worked with ICE in Minnesota for nearly a decade and was involved in another vehicle-related incident in June. Court documents show he was dragged approximately 100 yards with his arm inside a car while trying to execute an immigration warrant in nearby Bloomington.
So who actually is Jonathan Roth?
Jonathan Roth testifying he was deployed to Iraq from 2004 to 2005 with the Indiana National Guard. He served as a machine gunner on a gun truck as part of a combat patrol team. Ross testified he returned from Iraq in 2005, went to college, and joined the Border Patrol in 2007 near El Paso, Texas. He worked there until 2015, serving as a field intelligence agent gathering and analyzing information on cartels and drug and human smuggling. Ross testified he served as a deportation officer based in Minnesota since joining ICE in 2015.
Jonathan Roth, he's a top-level ICE officer with a military experience. So he is the main guy in everything what happened that day. Now let's analyze the crime scene.
A home surveillance camera captures the moment Renee Good pulls up in a maroon-colored Honda SUV 4 minutes before the shooting. 20 seconds after she arrives, her passenger and wife, Becca, wearing a white beanie, gets out of Good's car. Good then parks the SUV perpendicular in the road. What this video does show is that for a few minutes, while she is perpendicular to the roadway, several vehicles drive by. Even large SUVs are able to drive around her as she moves back and forth on the street. And that includes this light-colored SUV. It slowly drives around Good's car from the rear and stops. Agent Jonathan Ross is recording video from his cell phone as he crosses in front of Good's car, recording as he sees her up close. She looks calm, and you can see both of her hands as she talks to the officer.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you.
Renee Good's wife, Becca, who had been the passenger in the car, approaches. Cell phone cameras on the street start recording as Ross walks around Good's car with Good's wife following.
I said go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Renee Good backs her car up as the agent walks around the front of the vehicle. At the same time, on the other side, 2 more agents approach. One tries to open the door as Good backs up. Good's vehicle starts moving. From Ross's cell phone video, you see Becca, the woman in the white beanie, trying to get into the car again. You also see Renee Good turning the steering wheel to the right.
Get out of the car.
She then accelerates. Slowing this down again and matching the exact time of these 2 angles. This angle appears to show the vehicle moving close to the agent. But in this angle, he does not appear to be in the path of the vehicle when he fired.
So let's watch another video which provides us with a different perspective. So you saw two videos and different perspectives, but similar idea. Jonathan Roth put himself in a position in front of the vehicle where he shouldn't be. You never have seen a police officer stands in front of the vehicle. You never have seen a police officer shooting, fleeing away person who wasn't a danger to anyone. So now let's take a deep breath and step back a little bit. And let's see from the different angle. What if a husband or wife of Renee Nicole Good wasn't harassing that Jonathan Roth and filming him and talking to him, but simply went into the car and drove away? They both would be alive today with their 3 kids. Who gives a right to these people insert themselves into the dangerous situations? What's up with their minds to do that? You want actions? You want war? Go to Ukraine. Go to Gaza. Sign up for military. This is not the way to do it. You put yourself in a danger. If this wife wouldn't talk to this agent, if this wife just simply would sit down into the car, they would be alive. Is it fair to say? You tell me. Now I think you understood everything what's going on. If you have a gun, and I know about that because I use the guns and I had permits to carry a gun in America. I used to operate machine gun Kalashnikov. I used to shoot from the tanks. I've done a lot. This is not an equal responsibility of those people who insert themselves in a dangerous situation. This is their responsibility. But the responsibility of a person who carries the gun much higher, unequal. So from one side, this guy is a murderer. From the other side, these ladies shouldn't be there. If you want to defend Constitution, if you want to defend the rights of illegal immigrants, vote for people who are supposed to carry your ideas. Make your voice heard on the internet. Take your banners and go in front of the government buildings, in front of the cameras, and do something peacefully, away from the crime scenes, away from the situation where the ICE operates. This is almost like a military zone. They use real bullets. They have weaponry. The other side could use also weaponry. So you need to have some clue not to get involved. So this is my view. This is the Purple Vision view. You comment on your view, but let's take it to a different level. Now let's understand what these people are doing. And these people, I mean the federal government and the local government, the Democrats and Republicans. What are they doing with us that we are starting basically civil war? Federal government wants to extract and deport illegal immigrants. So because of that, they hired the ICE agents who would carry this idea out. But the use of these ICE officers, agents, will not work. They create chaos and problems. Why is that? Because by Constitution, our Constitution, they cannot do anything to a person. They have to have a probable cause. And they don't have it. If they see a person, this person doesn't have to even talk to them. But you say, no, like if he looks like a Mexican, I don't know who he has to look like, so they can attack him or take him to the custody. Because by the law, the constitution, he doesn't have to even present any documents. He can say, I'm gonna take the Fifth Amendment, and they cannot do anything to the guy or to the lady or to anybody. So it goes back to the incident. What did they try to do with Renee Nicole Good? The ICE agents are insane. They just went against the Constitution. But if these officers, ICE officers, would be good people, if they would be following the Constitution, this is what would happen.
I'm just chilling at my job in the Uber, and this lady just pulls over, and she's like, are you a U.S. citizen? In a parking lot at work. That's the officer lady. And they just shot somebody right now in Minnesota. Imagine that. Are we in Germany? Why are you guys doing this?
You tell me, sir.
Why are you guys going around just asking people like at work whether they're U.S. citizens or not? Are you guys not supposed to be patrolling the border?
Do you want to answer the question or not?
Why would I answer you? Where's your warrant?
We're running your plate.
Run your plates. You do whatever you want.
You can record. Feel free.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy though, right? Like you guys leave the border and go harass people based on their skin color? Ain't that a shame? Are you doing this to everybody or it's just black people? Come on now, you know what it is. You guys just murdered somebody in cold blood in this city today, and God brought you guys to me at work. I'm literally working here. You know, I've been sitting here since 10 a.m. waiting for a ride, and right now I'm getting rides. And if I leave, I'm afraid you motherfuckers might just shoot me.
Are you a U.S. citizen, sir?
Why would I answer you?
Because if you're not a citizen of this country, you have to have your immigration.
Why would I not be a citizen of this country, man?
What a ridiculous question. Why would I have an immigration?
Are you a citizen? Are you a dude? Listen, I'm here working. You're working too, right?
Right.
So go. It says U.S. Border Patrol. This is not the border. Go to the Canada border or the Mexico border.
If you were from
I'm
this
working,
country,
dude.
If you were from this country,
If
you know
what do you
I'm an
mean?
immigration officer.
What do you mean if I'm from this country?
I can hear you don't have the same accent
What?
as me. That's why I'm.
Oh,
asking
so
you.
you're going by accents now?
I wanna know
Is
where
that
you
what
were
it
born.
is?
Where were you born?
Is that accents? Have you heard the Israeli accent? Have you heard the European accent?
You just
it's
proved my
garbage.
point. You're a
It's
brilliant man.
So as you can see, these guys cannot do anything legally. So there is no point for these ICE agents in a bunch hired, paid 50,000 starting bonuses. Do not have training, special training for dealing with people. This is a disaster from our federal government, from Donald Trump and his cabinet. But what the local governments are doing?
But I also tell folks, protect our Minnesotans who are out there and don't turn the anger to them. This is a brazen use of force. They want us to bend the knee. They want us to capitulate. The way we give them what they want is allow them to use this as an excuse to put more troops on the ground. Use them as an excuse to show that these are violent protests. And I also witnessed what I think is going to be a pattern over the next few days and the coming hours, is I saw an individual show up there with the intent to antagonize folks who were peacefully protesting, with a bullhorn to scream at them. And again, the desire to move on that individual is exactly what they want, because our respect for the First Amendment means we will expect and respect all opinions.
What Tim Walz is doing, what other Democrats are doing, they allowing this standby people to insert themselves into the situations. Tim Walz, even after this disaster, the murder of this lady, he didn't even tell people stay back, don't involve, stay at home. He recommended them to use First Amendment, meaning to get involved, to be at the places where it's dangerous. Here's people who are trying to get involved. They're trying to sign up to be standby observers.
I feel like I'm an ordinary person and I have the ability to do something, so I need to do it.
Moran is one of about 100 people who turned out in St. Paul Tuesday night to be trained to be constitutional observers during the current crackdown on undocumented immigrants in Minnesota. The Immigrant Defense Network says citizens have a legal right to observe immigration enforcement actions and are being taught how to document what they see, either in writing or with their phones.
People have a right to observe, and as long as they're not intervening and staying a safe distance and being compliant, you can ask questions. Why are you here?
Why are you doing that? How crazy are you to do what? To take a picture of the ICE officers doing their job? If you disagree with what they're doing, this is not the way to disagree. Most of you never have been in the situations where the bullets are flying, where it starts like to be dangerous. Yes, there are some people who want that situations. They go and they asking for to be roughened up and taking even pictures of themselves while being attacked by the ICE. You are inciting the violence against you. This is crazy. And here's the conclusion from the Purple Vision. The federal government has an upper hand. They deploy the force, military force, the ICE agents force, legal military force to enforce the deportation of illegal immigrants. But it's not gonna work, as I told you, because of the Constitution of the United States of America. From the other side, the Democrats, the party which has no political power today, they cannot deploy the military forces. What they do? They deploy the human resources. They deploy people. They use people to go against the ICE agents. They don't tell them to stand down. They don't tell them stay at home. They want them to involve, and then when there is a problem like that and chaos, now they want to deploy the local force, the National Guard. And that's how the civil war will start. To avoid that, we need to vote down those politicians from both parties. They don't have solutions. This is where the answers are. Sign up for my channel. And I appreciate it that you watched this video. Thank you so much.